What's up, everybody? Tulsa Mike 3434 here, and this is another rant on government assistance abuse. I was surfing the net, watching some YouTube videos, and you know, I was, as a matter of fact, I was at the store the other day, and I'm sitting there with my cart with, you know, $50–$60 worth of groceries in it, and here's these couple of ladies. They got two carts full of food. They happened to be in front of me, and most of it was junk food, mind you. It wasn't, you didn't see no carrots, apples, fruits and vegetables. You seen a bunch of sugary cereal, candy, you know, a bunch of bullshit. And they got two carts full of food, and then they whip out their frickin' government food stamp card and pay for it. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you serious right now? Why don't you buy your kids healthy shit? Their kids were all fat asses. And their kids are going to grow up and learn that's how you live. You live off the government, you buy junk food, you sell your food stamps for 50 cents on the dollar, and you buy your beer with that. And really, people? Is that really how it's going to go down? Thank you, Obama. Thank you. And it's not all Obama's fault, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's been food stamp and welfare abuse for years and years and years. Like, my sister has been on food stamps for over 17–18 years. Really? 17–18 years on food stamps? Now her daughter is on food stamps. She's been on food stamps for 3 years. What is going on here, people? Is it that hard to go out, find a job, and work? Food stamp people, you suck. Anyway, let's touch on gun control. So, we got Joe Schmo, goes to work every day, pays his taxes, pays your check, Mr. Obama, and you want him to go and register all of his guns so you can come along one day and take it. And like Hitler did. And you know, Rush Limbaugh's right. You are a jerk. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Why don't you have a one-on-one interview with me? I got a whole list of questions to ask you. Why the hell all this is happening? You are literally, you and the government, the Senate, all you guys are taking this country and flushing it down the toilet. Literally. You're doing exactly what Hitler did, just in a more nonchalant way. I read an article that this lady said, you know, Austria, everybody thought, you know, Hitler rolled in there with tanks and guns and shit and took over Austria. She said, that's not how it happened. It's a lady that goes around from school to school telling her story about the Holocaust, and she said they voted him in, just like we did Barack Obama. And you know, he came in and gave them women's rights and came up with welfare and equal opportunities and all this kind of stuff, and which is all great and well, but we see how that ended. A big old pile of ashes is how that ended. And you know, think, people, think, really think. Why did you vote Obama in? I want to see it right down here in my comments. You give me 5 good reasons in your comments why you voted Obama in. Just 5 is all I ask. And people that didn't vote for Obama, I welcome your comments too. Please give me 5 reasons why you didn't vote for Obama. And we'll see how that works out. But gun control, like I was saying, Hitler did the same thing. He said, okay, we want everybody to register their guns. So everybody registered their guns because they're hard-working, law-abiding citizens. And after a couple years, that old lady said that, everything was great. The economy was going good. Everybody had jobs. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden he came around and decided to take them their guns because of all the crime. And I'm not some crazy conspiracy theory guru or anything like that, but I do believe that there's something fishy about 9/11, and I do believe that there's something fishy about the shooting in Connecticut. I do believe that the shooting in the movie theater, I do believe there's something fishy about that too, because all this stuff is happening during this gun control issues coming up. And the media, folks, the media, all you do is believe the media. And the media is a crock. They're all told what to say, because if they don't do what they say, guess what? They have an accident and disappear. The media is ran by the government. Okay? You only know what's happening in the war because the government tells you what's happening in the war. You don't know what's really happening over there. They're not allowed to just run over there and film whatever they want. They're allowed certain places to film, and they're allowed to report certain things. And if they report things that shouldn't be reported or the government deems inappropriate, they get thrown in jail and they're never seen again. Or they have an accident and are never seen again. People, listen to me. That lady also said, she's like, so he came in, and like I said, all the law-abiding citizens registered their guns, so he knew right where to go. He grabbed up all the guns, so all they had left to fight them off with was fucking broomsticks. So I wouldn't advise registering your guns anymore, folks. When you go to the gun show and buy your gun, don't register it, because it's going to get taken from you if you do. Eventually, mark my words, it will be taken from you. She went on to say, her mother put her in a convent and took her out of public school, and she was away for 2 or 3 years, and she left when everything was going great. Well, she came back to visit 2 or 3 years later, and those same friends that said, Hitler was the greatest and all this and that, were all terrified of him. And just like most of us are terrified of what Obama's doing to the country right now. And, she said it was absolute mayhem. And the only people that had guns were the criminals. And that's exactly where this is heading, folks. This is heading to the criminals are going to be the only ones with guns. There's a lot of you out there I know are smart enough to have guns that they're not going to be able to get their hands on. But please leave your comments below on if you did vote for Obama, why you did. And please comment if you voted for him and regret it now. Please tell us why you regret it. And I'll be waiting for your comments, and we'll see you next time. Tulsa Mike 3434. Freedom of speech, baby. Freedom of speech. Thanks to our men and women in the armed forces, I got the freedom of speech to say this. Peace out.